Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, I'm Heather Ione. I am a self-help and wellness blogger and a holistic health and accountability coach from St. Petersburg, Florida. And today I wanted to come to YouTube to do a little bit of a unboxing, product review type of thing for my planner this year. I decided that this year in 2020, I was going to start using a paper planner again because I remember way back when I was in school, I used to use a paper planner all the time. And I remember it was so helpful just to see every single thing in front of me. And I ended up switching because I switched to like a mobile planner on my phone because I would go around everywhere and people would be like, hey, can you do this day? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know, I have to check my planner. And it was just like really difficult, especially because I used to babysit and nanny for a couple years. So that just got like hectic to like always have to be carrying it with me, and my planner was too big to carry around. So I decided to switch to a mobile version. And 2019 honestly was a very overwhelming year for me, and a lot happened. I'm super thankful because a lot of good stuff happened. I did make incredible friends. I am starting up my business. We got a house, we got a dog, I got my surgery. Oh my gosh, so much stuff happened that was incredible, and I'm thankful for that. But also, a lot of really crappy things happened in 2019. And I won't bore you with the details, but 2019 was kind of one of the really rough years of my life. And part of it, honestly, I think was because I wasn't time managing well. I wasn't planning out my days, my weeks, and I was kind of just like going into every single day like, what do I feel like working on? So I literally made like no progress in my business for all of like 8 months out of the year. It wasn't until like the very end of the year when I met this incredible group of girls and got a business coach and everything that I started to see all of this progress. And it's all because they taught me how to time manage and break down all of my goals into small chunks, which is something that I do for my clients, but it's very difficult to do for yourself because it's really easy to see what other people have to do to improve their life. But when it comes to us, it's kind of like our own lives are a mystery sometimes. So, anyways, I decided that this year I needed to have a paper planner so that I can write down all of my long term goals, figure out how to get them into small sections, also develop a daily routine, and most importantly, develop a weekly routine for me because I was not paying attention to that at all. And I wasn't scheduling any time for myself in 2019. And it would be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'd be like, oh, I guess I'll like work on my blog right now, or oh, I feel like going on to MailChimp, or I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. And it was almost like I was playing a game of whack-a-mole. Like I was like constantly working, but nothing was getting done, and I wasn't giving myself time to relax and have fun and enjoy. And I decided that this year it wasn't worth it to me to accomplish my long-term goals in life if it meant that in order to get them, I was going to have to sacrifice my own happiness. So I decided that this year I'm now scheduling fun. I'm now taking me time. I'm making it a point to network with people and do the things that really fill me up. And I feel like having a paper planner is really going to help to get me there because so far it's already been helping already. I spent a long time researching planners before I got the one that I decided to go with. I mean, to be honest, if you went on my Instagram right now, every single advertisement is about a planner. I'm not kidding you. Every advertisement in stories, every advertisement on my feed is about planners because that's how much research I was doing on them. And it made me, side note, it made me really happy that as a self-help and self-improvement junkie and a personal coach, that all of these planner companies now are taking that self-improvement mindset into their companies and creating their products, because I feel like our society is now changing where everyone's getting more into that. Everyone's more interested in their personal goals and manifestation and all that kind of stuff. And I love that there are all these planners that now don't just help you plan your week and write down out to-do lists and what to do for the day, but they're also like, hey, this is how you can accomplish your personal goals. This is how you can become a better person. This is how you can get in charge of your health this year. So I really loved that about all of the planners that I was looking at, and it was really difficult to decide. But finally, I chose one, and I decided to get the 2020 Start Planner. And here's why. Because after every single planner that I looked for, this was the one that seemed to really focus on personal growth and development the most in the way that I needed it. Because it helps you with your health, it helps you with long-term goal setting, it helps you create action steps, it has a really easy weekly layout that makes sense for me, it has a vision board section, it helps you budget, it helps you track like all sorts of expenses, including holiday expenses. It just has so much in here that I felt like was really going to help me level up in 2020. So that's why I decided to go with the 2020 Start Planner this year. And it was really interesting. The reason why I decided to like share this story is because I posted a Instagram story all about the 2020 planner, and the Start Planner company actually shared it on their stories. And I noticed that all of these girls from Start Planner started looking at my stories and seeing how I was using my Start Planner. And I reached out to all of them. It's like, hey, like, how'd you like the story? And they're like, I loved it. I loved being able to see how you were using it and what you were doing, and just see what other people are getting from the Start Planner. So I figured it would be beneficial to create a YouTube video for you on it as well, and just kind of walk you through what I liked about the Start Planner and how I'm using it right now. So like I said, one of the reasons why I chose it is because I thought it would really help me level up in 2020 as a content creator and business owner and all of that. The other reason why I decided to get this planner is also because it is stunning. I mean, it is so freaking beautiful. I love that it has this little plant on it, and blue is my favorite color in the entire world. So as soon as I saw this one, I was kind of like, that's really beautiful. So I love it because like when it's sitting on my desk now, it looks like a piece of artwork. It's so pretty. I love that. I mean, I normally hate gold, but I love how it's like shiny. And I also liked that it has these on the edges because I am so guilty of throwing notebooks and books and things like that into my purse and then like destroying the outside and the edges of it. So that also really stuck out to me. And I like that it has this too. I need a planner with one of these straps on it, or else it's going to be a problem. It's going to open up in my bags and everything and just get destroyed. So I already loved the outside of it. And then I watched a video that I believe the CEO owner made of the inside of the Start Planner. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that is the planner for me. So the first thing that I really like about this planner is that it has this entire goals section right here to help you create your goals for the new year. So you open it up and it's like, here's your information, and then here are your long-term goals. It shows you like how to create the goals in this planner, and then it has this whole section right here that says the big picture and your long-term goals. So you can use this page right here to be like, okay, this is every single thing that I want to do this year. This is what I want to accomplish. And I decided to create my 2020 resolution list as a graphic. That way I could just like check it off and not get worried about like my handwriting, and it looks super clean. So I taped all of my 2020 goals right here on the inside of it, which is nice because I love to be able to just like open up my planner and just like see my goals like that and not have to like remember them like, oh yeah, I have to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, you know. So it's nice that I have that to refer back to, and then I can also check them off. And then right here on this little note card, I also wrote down my life goals too. So for example, some of the things that I wrote down, because I know people are curious: officially launch my business, and by that I mean finally make it legal, which I've been putting off. Take on more health coaching clients, finish my ebook, finish my paperback book, host events, create a podcast, get better with finances, journal weekly, do yoga weekly, have a yes man month, which I'm going to be documenting on the blog, by the way, in February. Put out a favorites video once a month, use Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, do something fun with Matt every week, attend one event, group, or coffee date each week, get back into shape with the Apple Watch, and even more. So I always create like over 20 goals for New Year's every single time because I am super obsessed with New Year's, you guys. You have no clue. But I wanted to actually create it as a checklist this year to really help me. So I know that that's a lot, but what I like about this planner is that it also helps you create action steps for the year too. And I've also been working on that with my coach as well. So the next reason why I actually chose this planner is because it had this incredible page that I got super excited about, and that is just a simple vision board page. I love that this planner had a section for vision boarding in it because I love that it was bringing in manifestation as well. And I am someone who doesn't typically create physical vision boards. For the last couple years, I've always done it like on my phone or on Pinterest or something like that. And I stopped like going and looking at them. I didn't really like physical planners because I was like, I don't like having them somewhere where people like walk up and like look at them. Like I hated when I was in college and would have friends over. My friends would be like, "Oh, like what is this? Like what is this thing?" You know, and they would kind of like mock my vision board, which now people like that are really no longer my friends, but I don't like the idea of having like your vision board just like out and about in your house so that people just like walk up and stare at it. So I never really liked the physical copy, and I also would always judge my artwork. But this year I got super, super excited about it because I loved that it was inside the planner. It's private, it's just for me. I can flip back to it when I want to. So I got really pumped about it and created my vision board as soon as I got it, pretty much. And I only chose photos that really resonated with me and made me super happy. I also created some of these graphics too. Like I created like a bank statement where it was just like a bunch of deposits. I created these checks with my name on them and like all of these things. I also like edited the amount of money in my bank account. So it's like huge. But anyways, I just created this vision board and already it makes me super happy. And I love that I can just like flip back to it and see it all the time. What else? Oh, so the next section that I loved about this planner is that it has this setting goals section, and it has like all these different aspects of your life, like home life, spiritual, physical, personal, financial, professional, education, and travel. And then you just write down all of your goals for every single section of those. And that is actually something that I do with my clients, just in like a little bit of a different way. But I like that it was like kind of fun because I got to do it for myself this time. And I was able to write down the goals for each section, which is much more helpful than just like if I were to do it on my own, I probably would just write it out as one long giant list of goals. But I liked how this planner helps you break up each one of them. So for example, in my home life, I put that my goals were to walk Nova each morning, put laundry away instead of letting it pile up, grocery shop weekly instead of like running out of food and being like, oh my God, I have to grocery shop. And then it seems like daunting. Help Matt either cook or clean up because I want to get in the habit of like one of us cooks, one of us cleans up, or we do it together every night. And I want like cooking dinner to be like kind of a fun like thing that we can do together instead of like a chore. And also finish up the house because we just moved like 4 months ago. Oh my God, 3 months ago. Yeah. So we like don't have a working garage door. We don't have landscaping or grass. We don't have like curtains in our house, which you can see. So I just want to like finish up the house this year. Anyways, that's like one section of 8 different sections that are in here. And I like that it allows you to write down all of your goals. There's also this section after that called Break It Down. You pick 6 main goals and you break down each one of them and create action steps for all of those. So there's 4 action steps you can set for each one, and then you can create due dates for them too. So For example, the first goal that I put on was to take on clients and create a thriving coaching business. So some of my action steps were to pass out flyers, attend networking events, and always get people's email address so that I can like send them links and that kind of stuff, and like my newsletter. So I really like this too, because one of the things that I try to teach people in my coaching practice is that if you have a goal and you say you want to accomplish something, but you don't create action steps for it, it's not going to happen. So I like that this allowed me to also create action steps. I was able to do it on my own, and then I can always refer back to it too. So I love this break it down section. And then after that, there's this whole accountability partner section. And you're able to list down like, okay, this is my accountability partner for my home life, for personal, for spiritual. Basically, it helps you just establish who your accountability partner is going to be for every single area of your life so that you're more likely to do it, which I think is super important. The reason, though, why I didn't fill out the accountability partner section is because I have 4 accountability partners in my book group that I'm in. Basically, it's a book club, but we're really more of just like a girls club that like support each other and everything. And I didn't feel like writing down like every single person's name, like the same 4 names for each section, you know. I feel like that would be kind of weird. And also I do have like a business coach, but I mean, I might end up working with someone else, or I don't know. Like, I don't know who my coach is going to be throughout the entire year. So basically, I do have my accountability partners, but they're just like not written out in this particular way. But I like that it gives people that option, because everyone needs to actually set accountability partners in their life. And then after that, there's this giving back section where you can track your donations for the year. And then there's this planning section, like there's a daily, weekly planning section. There's like all these pages to help you track your medical expenses, like what movies you're watching, what books you've read, what events you go to are all right here, which I think that's pretty cool, because that's like another way to schedule out like doing fun things. Yeah, so it's almost like on the inside of it, you can create like, it's almost like your little bucket list for the year, which is kind of cool. Like, these are the restaurants I want to go to. This is the stuff that I want to attend. So that's fun. I should probably do that. And then after that, there's this whole vacation section where there's like lists to help you like figure out like, okay, like I have to pack this and this and this and check it off. And then you can also like put your travel info in here as well, like your flights and your flight confirmations and stuff. So there's all of that. Here's another thing that I probably should use. There is a password section in the planner. So you can write down the website, your username, and also your password, and keep track of all of them, which is something I really have to get better at. So that's pretty much the planning section. And then after that, it's like just a notes section before each month. And then there's your monthly calendar and then your weekly breakdown. So before my monthly calendar for January, I decided to take advantage of this notes section by putting my 2020 book list in it. So these are all of the books that I want to read in 2020. And I also decided to put here, this is like my monthly list of things that I want to do, and this is what I want to do every Sunday, because like I was saying, I want to get better at scheduling my time, and I want to get better at doing that monthly and weekly, so that I'm not like, I don't go like 2 months and realize like, wow, I never actually hung out with anyone, I never actually read a book, I never took time for myself. Like, Matt and I didn't do anything fun together, we were just like working around the house, you know. So for like monthly, I put that I want to use the first of every month to budget, to create a newsletter, to plan the month. I want to schedule one reading day, and I want to always do something fun with Matt. Actually, I meant to do that one weekly. That's weird. And then Sundays, that's what I want to use for like laundry, for yoga, for planning the week, and also journaling too. So, and then on the inside of it, I also put like my holistic health and accountability coach pricing, which I'm not going to show you. And then at the bottom, I put this, and this is to help me track my exercise, because I've decided exactly how many days I want to work out this year. and it's basically every third day. So I'm basically just going to check it off so that I can keep track of how much I'm exercising. And then here is what the monthly calendar looks like. So I liked this because it gave you a lot of space, and then it also gave you like a notes section on the side too. And I put another post-it note here of like, okay, I want to like schedule something fun, reading day, just like things to remind me, you know. After that, it has another goals section too. So this helps you figure out your goals for the month, and then it helps you create action steps for your monthly goals. So it's kind of cool because it's like you're always revisiting your goals every single month, and then you can see that page right before you get into the weekly sections. And there's also like January budgeting and stuff like that. This I'm actually doing on my computer on an Excel sheet, so I'm not gonna probably use it here. There's like weekly grocery lists, and there are also pages that like the grocery list you can actually tear out. So you can just like rip them out easily and take them with you. There's another notes section there. And then what I loved about the weekly planner options, or not options, I should say, but the setup, is that one of the reasons why I chose this is that it allows you to track your water, your exercise, and your supplements every day. So I like that it was helping you like stay healthy in those ways too and focus on that. It also has this like really full like schedule. So it goes from 4 a.m. until 10 p.m. so that you can like fill your entire day if you wanted to and have more room. And then right here, it has a prioritize section. So you can figure out like, okay, this is like my weekly intention. Like for me, this week, I wanted to, I wanted to focus on my blogs because I'm posting 2 a week during like December and January. I wanted to officially make my business legal and also get into the habit of adopting my new routine. So I like that you're able to just like prioritize like what you want to, and then there's a to-do list section, which is incredible because I needed that. I need a to-do list all the time. I'm one of those people that like writes to-do lists like frantically and like shoves them inside notebooks and all over my desk and stuff. So yeah, that is the 2020 Start Planner, you guys. I think that's pretty much everything, but I'm super excited about this because it allows me to like constantly revisit my goals and constantly make myself better, and there's tons of space to schedule everything out, and on top of that, it's just extremely beautiful. So I definitely recommend looking into this planner, you guys, for 2020 if you haven't already found one yet. It wasn't, I feel like it was a little bit more expensive than your typical one, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then I also got these as well. I got this little notepad where you're able to like write little like things that you want to accomplish for each day and like some notes. So if you want, you can just like stick this on your desk too if like the planner is like too big, since my desk is really small. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I definitely recommend getting a Start Planner too. If you are already using one though, let me know how it's going for you and whether or not you like it. I'll be interested to see if this is going to like really continue throughout the rest of the year and is going to be like helpful for me later on, because sometimes, you know, your needs kind of change throughout the year. So I'll be interested to see if this one like holds up and I can use it for the rest of the year. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. Remember to find me on my blog at lostonlineblog.com and on Instagram at Heather Ione.